Hello everyone, it's TheOnlyGamer here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out the patch notes that literally just dropped less than 30 minutes ago. So we have one of the developers, Dopley, here saying, "Howdy folks, we're pretty close to being able to release the patch, but we want to have it be looked at by people who know it best. You. If you're interested in checking out an early version of the Tomba 2 patch notes, please navigate to Steam and opt into the beta." And then they give us instructions on how to do that. And they say, if you want to revert back to the standard version, select the drop-down in beta participation to none. Let us know how it goes. We are unable to offer an early test for console users. Our apologies. And then if we scroll down, we can also get some patch notes, which I'll quickly read. So here's the rough set that they've added. Added US soundtrack to the game. Players can swap game versions by pressing left or right in the main menu. Note, save files for the Japanese soundtrack versions do not carry over to the US soundtrack versions. And yeah, sure enough, I've already checked that out. We will have to make a new save file in order to play the US soundtrack, which is a bit of a bummer, but the fact that we have the option now is going to be great for people who are just jumping in. So we also have modified game over screen to have continue option instead of resetting on deaths. Upon game completion, the option will be to reset. So this is another thing that a lot of people have been having issues with. I actually saw a comment on one of my recent videos that someone completely lost their save because they hadn't saved and they didn't have the option to continue. The workaround was to just use the rewind feature to go back, but you know, if you don't know that before you close out, then you're a bit out of luck. We also have fixed Tomba 1 quests. They now appear when they should instead of right away. Santa's helpers no longer get in his personal space. This was something I didn't think they could address, but it's cool to see that. We also have tweaked file select screen to default. The option yes when choosing save. Fixed volume level raising on loading or rewind. And then fixed analog stick being unresponsive after saving or loading. That is something I have experienced as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the game, and then we'll see how things run and how everything looks. Very quickly before I do that, though, I would like to show you guys how to do this update. So first, you're going to go to the page on Steam, and then you'll go to Manage, and then Properties, and then you'll go to Betas, and I currently have it enabled, but, oops, sorry. And once you're here, you'll type in Tomba Club Test. Check the code, and then you just make sure you opt in right here, and then it will just switch it to beta. Once you do that, you'll go ahead and update the game. Just wait. Shouldn't take too long. It's not a super big file. And then, yeah, we'll jump into the game and we'll see what's changed. Alright, so first thing we'll notice is that here on the main menu, sure enough, we have the US and Japanese soundtrack. Now, you'll see I have save files on that Japanese soundtrack, but on the US, I only have one. So we'll go ahead and start a new save file, and then we'll kind of get to the point where we'll notice a difference in the US and Japanese soundtrack, which, if I'm not mistaken, the first portion we will notice that would be the coal mining area. So we'll get to that point, and then we'll cut back. But before I get too far, I want to make this 16 by 9. Oh, actually, I think this is part of the US soundtrack as well. It was not playing that the first time around. I could be wrong about that, but okay. Let's keep going. Alright, so we just got our fast pants on, and we're going to go ahead and see if it is the US soundtrack. That iconic. It is. Oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah, it looks like at least in this area, it is playing the US soundtrack now, which is awesome. Here, let's go ahead. I'm gonna go in the store and I'm gonna come back out and we'll see. Yeah, it starts over. Okay, cool, awesome. Another thing they said they fixed, and we refer to the patch notes over here. Game over screen should have the continue. So here, just to be safe, I'm gonna actually make a save file. So we'll go ahead and save. We'll do it on the top one. All right, and we'll go ahead and take another bit of damage. Okay. Here, we'll just jump off. It's fine. Okay, so we have game over. Let's see if we get that continue option. We do. Okay, where does this put it? And just like that, we're good as gold. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that's great. That's awesome to see. And let's see. We also have when loading save, sometimes the analog will be unresponsive. It was a bit hit or miss, so I don't know if we'll be able to replicate. I mean, yeah, basically what would happen is you would load your save, and then you can only move with a D-pad. You can still use the other buttons and whatnot, but you couldn't move unless you use the D-pad. So, yeah, I think it looks like it's working fine. And then volume level raising. I think it's fine. Okay. Well, I'm going to keep playing this patch, but I at least wanted to get the news out as fast as possible. Like, hey, guys, look what's going on. The only other thing that I would be able to check would be the Santa's Little Helper. Or, sorry, not the Santa's Little Helper, but the Tomba 1 quest. But that isn't until, like, maybe another 20 minutes or so into the game, and I just want to make sure I get this out in front of you guys as soon as possible. But yeah, I will continue checking. I'll leave a comment down below with whether or not that's looking good or not. But yeah, this is exciting. Please, for your just test it out on your own. Join the Discord. Let us know if you run into any issues. That way, the devs can kind of get everything fixed up even faster. But yeah, it looks like our help has been working, and these guys have been on top of it, getting things fixed up. Awesome to see. Awesome. I think that's all I got for you today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, I will see you all later. Bye-bye.